to Bear Country, Carencro, Louisiana, where the hometown Bears are fired up and looking to bounce back from a 4-7 season. They've reloaded, refocused, and are ready to prove last year was just a bump in the road. But standing in their way, the Lafayette Christian Academy Knights, a powerhouse with championship roots. They went 6-7 last season, 3-1 in district play, and they're hungry to get back to the top after missing the title game for the first time in years. Two proud programs, Friday Night Lights shining bright, and a packed house ready to witness every hit, every play, and every moment. The Carencro Bears take on the LCA Knights, and it all kicks off right now on Friday Night Live. Welcome to Friday Night Live.
All right, guys, go. Yeah, make some noise.
And welcome to week 2 of Friday Night Live on Acadiana's news channel at 6. That's numero dos here at the Crow Dome, Carencro High School. I'm Taylor Toole, and of course you know these guys.
I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo here at the Crow Dome.
Yes.
Where we're underneath a high-pressure dome.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a high-pressure game, am I right?
It's
Absolutely.
high pressure,
the vibes
baby.
are immaculate. Two really good teams in this one. It's going to be exciting tonight.
Okay.
And can you guys believe this school was founded in 1874? But this field, the turf, is looking real new. I gotta say, I don't know, man.
Absolutely.
But you know what I gotta say. So we got a lot to talk about this afternoon, this evening, about the game. I know you want to hear all about it, and I know you guys are ready. But first, our very own Kayla Quintero, she was actually scoping the streets of Carencro, and she spoke with one local business that's a staple in the community for exactly why it is just that.
In Acadiana, food is a major component of any festivity, and at Best Stop Carencro, it's served with a side of hospitality. I'm Kayla Quintero, your Lafayette Parish reporter, spotlighting a local favorite that's keeping Cajun flavor front and center for families and fans.
The Best Stop is just like the name say. It is the best stop. No doubt about it.
For Best Stop customers in Carencro, the secret ingredient isn't just spice. The flavor brings a familiarity of growing up in Cajun country.
What normally brings me in is the tradition, the great quality of food that they have. The boudin is top-notch. The cracklings are top-notch. The meats are top-notch. I mean, everything is just of the highest grade of quality.
And the team takes pride in being the place people go to for those Cajun classics.
I'd say get as much boudin as you possibly can. Our boudin bowls, amazing. I recommend pepper jack 100% of the time. And our smoked boudin, especially because I'm the one making it.
But Best Stop is about much more than what's on the menu. For owner Danae DeVille, it's about making every customer feel like family, just like her own taught her.
I think hospitality and customer service is just something that was ingrained in me growing up. It's so important to my grandpa.
Her grandparents founded the original Best Stop in Scott, and now she's proud to carry that legacy forward in Carencro.
I think that's just the true Cajun spirit, just making everybody feel like family here. That's our core value, customer first, family focus, so we try to live that every day.
And the owner tells us she's excited to continue serving customers, whether it's for a game day or any other gatherings, because at Best Stop, it's all about good food and great company. In Lafayette, I'm Kayla Quintero, your Lafayette Parish reporter with KTC TV3.
The Carencro mayor about what makes the city so legendary and iconic. Here's what she had to say.
Nothing else other than the people. It's a great place. I have wonderful people who live here, a great council, a great chief of police, but I have volunteers who run all these wonderful activities. The fall's getting ready to be a very exciting time in Carencro. We have lots of things coming, and they're all run by volunteers. So it's a beautiful place to live, and happy to call it home.
Now, believe it or not, it's not just here at the Crow Dome that is really kicking off. The C'est Bon Seasoning Festival is also returning to Carencro on October 31st. It will go on until November 2nd in Pelican Park on Softball Drive. The city will kick Halloween off with a free trick or treat from 6 to 8. But let's go ahead, and I know you guys at home want to know this Friday night how that weather is looking. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo, your Acadiana weather expert, for more. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Taylor, and weather-wise, well, let's bring in augmented reality. We love this, using this live out in the field. Temperature-wise, it was not too bad this morning. Temperature starting out in the mid to upper 60s, but as it got warmer throughout the day, temperatures climbing up to, it looked like about 93 was the projected high. We're currently at 91 Lafayette, 92 in Youngsville, and 92 for our friends in Opelousas, 90 down in Kaplan. So it's looking pretty quiet. And look at this. Look at the radar. Clean sweeps across the board. But in case you want to know exactly where we are, we got Power Doppler 3000 or Power Doppler HD. The Doppler showing us exactly where we are here in the field. I'll wave hi to the satellite imagery there, but we're in northern Lafayette Parish for this game. Temperature-wise, it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable for the first part of the game, but then temperatures gradually get cooler as we get further in. And then tomorrow, more of the same, only just a couple of degrees hotter, probably hitting about 95 for the projected high. Rain chances near 0. Not much change in the near term, lots of heat. We'll take a look at the tropics and have that 10-day forecast coming up in just a bit.
Josh?
Hurricane Francine battered St. Mary Parish, leaving lasting damage in places like Morgan City. Parish President Sam Jones tells me the storm was different from others he's seen.
I rarely saw water like I saw water which went into the Morgan City area.
Jones says he's been working with the CPRA chairman, Gordon Dove, to map out improvements to the city's pumping systems. Some projects already have funding secured, and work is underway on several pumping stations. But while leaders move forward with upgrades, residents are still dealing with Francine's impact. Sonny and Thane Oquan were repairing their wharf when I met up with them to talk about what they experienced.
The waves in the lake started getting bigger and bigger, and we had only been here 7 years, so this was really our first experience with a nice-sized storm. Right. And, well, the next thing you know, the waves are washing over our wharf, and the end result is behind us. It's a lot of destruction.
The Oquans say it's a reminder of how quickly conditions can change and why recovery efforts remain a priority across the parish.
Our Lady of Lourdes is opening a new 11-bed emergency unit to ease overcrowding and shorten wait times, a response administrators say is needed after patient volumes jumped 20 to 30% over the past year.
It's going to help increase our capacity for emergency room patients, which is going to decrease wait time, and nobody likes waiting in an emergency.
Hospital leaders point to rapid growth across Lafayette, Youngsville, Broussard, and Scott. More people, more ER visits. To meet that demand, ER services and staff at the Heart Hospital will be moved to the new ER unit at Our Lady of Lourdes starting September 26th at midnight.
C. Eddie Palmer, the president of the Old Spanish Trail Corporation, tells me Old Spanish Trail Day in Rain is a tribute to the historic roadway that connected the Atlantic to the Pacific right through Acadiana. On Saturday, that legacy will come alive with historical facts, food, music, and community spirit. The Old Spanish Trail, originally mapped in the early 20th century, served as a major transcontinental route.
It runs right through the middle of Rain. So Rain developed in part because of the road. It was a way that, in fact, they moved part of the town up toward the railroad tracks and the OST highway, the Old Spanish Trail, which is now Highway 90.
The celebration kicks off at 9 a.m. Saturday, and it's free to attend. Eddie says he appreciates the City of Rain for sponsoring the event and helping keeping OST history alive.
Go! You go!
the introduction. Weather-wise, well, it's a little hotter out here. We're wishing for football weather, but we don't see that happening anytime soon. So let's get into it and talk about what we're looking at with respect to the upper level pattern. And we have what we call an omega block, you know, that upside down U that you're seeing here on your screen. That is not changing a whole lot. So the pattern has this nice trough here in the East Coast, and that's going to block any tropical activity, but it's also going to keep us dry. And with that ridge of high pressure to the north of us sitting on us, it's going to be hot. So taking a look at the radar satellite composite across the Gulf Rim, it is pretty quiet. There are just a few isolated showers showing up very far away from Acadiana proper. In fact, we can take a quick look and kind of zoom in, but you can see a couple of isolated showers here up toward, it looks like Sabine Parish, right around there, and they're staying away. That's it. It's going to stay dry. So here we are at the Crow Dome, the open-air Crow Dome with temperatures at 90 degrees, and that's where you can see us on the map, and the football field there and the track as well. So what's going on with the tropics? Well, the northern Gulf Coast is shut down. We have that blocking trough over by Florida and the Bahamas. We do have tropical waves out in the Atlantic basin that we're tracking, and there's one that's come off the African coast that looks to develop, but it's also fighting a big ridge of high pressure that's supplying lots of dry air. That Azore Ridge, you can see up to the north there by the Azores, that's keeping these tropical waves somewhat at bay and supplying dry air to them. So we'll see if this one develops down the road. We can track it on the Euromodel, and it goes toward the northeast Caribbean, but it stays northeast of the Caribbean in about a week's time. And then we go a little bit further down the road, and notice we still have more systems behind it out in the Atlantic basin going over toward Africa as well. So we'll keep an eye on the tropics, but right now it looks like the northern Gulf Coast is shut down through all of September. Can't promise about the southern Gulf, though. So overnight tonight, tomorrow, it's going to be hot. Temperatures drop down into the lower 70s as we move forward through Sunday. It's going to continue to be quite hot. And then not much change going into next week as well. Temperature-wise, we'll look at lows tonight, getting down into the upper 60s to lower 70s. Pretty typical this time of year. Then mid-90s tomorrow. I think the graph model a little bit too high for what's coming up. So overnight tonight, about 71, 72 for the low. That's close to normal for this time of year. Going into tomorrow, we're looking at a high of about 95. But the dew point's low enough, so the heat index not as much of a factor. So that is the good news there. And let's get into that 10-day forecast. And it is a summer rerun through the next couple of weeks with highs in the mid-90s. No mention of rain in the forecast on any given day, 5% or less. But at least we have the fall equinox on day 10 in the 10-day forecast. So maybe fall not too far away, but it may have to wait till October. Guys?
Yeah, Rob, the weather is good. The vibes are immaculate. They're playing NBA Youngboy over the loudspeaker. And I'm going to tell you why this is such a big game coming up after this break.
And now here's your marketplace
It's crazy because half of them probably weren't even alive when that TikTok came out. Welcome back to the Crow Dome, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a big matchup between Lafayette Christian and the Carencro Bears in this one. It's big not only in this area, but around the entire state, mostly because of what these two teams were able to accomplish last week. For the Bears, they were able to knock off St. Thomas More on the road. It's their first victory over the Cougars since the 2006 season. The Bears held off the Cougars' 14-point comeback by kicking a go-ahead field goal with under 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Meanwhile, the Knights, squeezed by Rummel out of New Orleans, thanks to the Raiders missing the extra point, tried to tie the game. This matchup tonight will no doubt draw a ton of eyes, and it should be a good one. And we will have the highlights from this game and so many others around the Acadiana area tonight, starting at 10:18 during our 10 o'clock newscast, so be sure to tune in. And in college football, Cecilia alum Brent Gordon Jr. will start his first game for the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Head coach Michael Desimo announcing the news on Wednesday afternoon, saying that the true freshman will run out at cornerback. Last week against McNeese, he registered 2 tackles and a pass breakup. Desimo and his teammates, Gordon's teammates that is, have a ton of confidence in his skills.
He's a really good athlete, but he's competitive. He's diligent. You know, he's everything that, you know, that we were kind of hoping he would be. You know, felt early on that he had a chance to play a lot this year, and I think, you know, through 2 games, he's played well in the moments that he's gotten.
I like Brent. He's very hungry. Like he's that young kid that's going to go out there and he's going to do the extra work. He's going to like say we're in like a team rep where people can be lackadaisical. He's not taking a play off, and I love that about him. He got that hunger in him.
Gordon and the Cajuns line up across from number 25, Missouri. It's a tall task for UL, but they aren't shying away from it. Kickoff for this game got moved up to noon and will air on ESPN+. And later that night on KATC, the third-ranked LSU Tigers welcome former Cajuns head coach Billy Napier and the Florida Gators, and that game is set to kick off at 6:30. So there's a ton of action going on this weekend, and it all starts here tonight at the Crow Dome between the Bears and Lafayette Christian. We have so much more news coming up for you. That's going to be coming on the other side of this break.
CHS, let's go! CHS, let's go! CHS, let's go! CHS, let's go! You're watching Friday Night Live on KATC.
Thanks for sticking with us on Friday Night Live on Acadiana's channel at 6. And while it is fun and games tonight, there's also a powerful movement that is growing here in Lafayette Parish. It's called Walk with Brit. So it's bringing attention to mental health in our very own neighborhoods, not only here, but across Acadiana. With that said, the nonprofit, it was founded by someone named Ebony Fidd in honor of her sister, Brittany McIver, who lost her battle with mental health. Now she's turning that pain into purpose, spreading awareness, providing education, and offering real support to people and families facing mental health challenges. From community events to resource directories and volunteer opportunities, A Walk with Brit is working to create safe spaces for healing and hope.
It means a lot to the organization to be able to empower and encourage families and individuals who may be struggling mentally. And it's tough, you know, because my sister, unfortunately, she did pass away on my birthday. So not only was it a day for me to celebrate life, but it was a day that, you know, unfortunately she left. So that's my driving force. I know that we can't, unfortunately, save everybody, but whatever we can do, whoever's life we can touch, that's what keeps us going.
And Ebony, for all your hard work, we, with the Spirit of Acadiana Community Foundation, are donating $1,000 to Walk with Brit. Not only is it for you, but it's in memory of your dear sister. You can learn more about A Walk with Brit on our website, katc.com. Congratulations, and thank you so much for the work you do.
Everybody's cheering for this 10-day forecast, but there's not a whole lot to cheer about cold front-wise. It's going to stay hot. Temperatures staying in the mid-90s. Temperatures at night right around 70, and rain chances quite low through the next week to 10 days, maybe a little bit more, but at least the fall equinox is 10 days away, a week from Monday. So that's it from right here. We'll be... Come on in, Taylor, and yeah, here we go. Taylor, a lot of fun out here.
It's a lot of fun. The weather's not too bad, I've got to say. It's pretty hot, but you know what? We're keeping it real out on the field tonight. And I say no matter which team wins, obviously we're at the Crow Dome, everybody's got their hearts in it.
Yeah, exactly. No matter what, people are going to come out, whether it's raining, or sleeting.
Yeah.
Hard to believe we start the season. Yeah. We start the season in the mid-90s, but we end it usually on a rainy 40-degree night.
Some people are going to be missing this weather, if I could say so myself. So I don't know, Rob. You might get some complaints later on, or maybe not. We can keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, probably so.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys. Look at Carencro High School Dazzlers cheerleaders taking it away.
Beautiful stadium,
Yes, a great night here at 6. You guys be sure to tune in tonight for the rest of our shows. Rob, amazing work as usual. Shout out Jamarcus. It's been great being here.
Yeah, well, good to have you out here as well.
Yes.
And great to be out in Carencro enjoying this almost comfortable weather.
Love it. You know, it's not too bad, though, I have to say. And for those of you at home, there's still time to make it out here. You can pull up, support your local teams. No matter who wins, stay in it to win it. It's about the mindset.
And unpacking the T-shirt cannon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't forget the T-shirt cannon with Rob. We'll see you again later tonight.